Tell me.
I hear you.
Is it you?
Is it you? I hear you.
When you walk in being an overcomer, life radically changes. You begin to be challenged on every front. The pressure builds, not only from the enemy, but God's purifying fire as well, because it's how we escape the pressure that determines our peace in Him. What is this pressure that we have to endure? You know what I'm talking about. The financial leaps of faith, the physical attacks on our bodies, any relationships we have, absolutely everything needs covered in prayer now. You find yourself repeating that line from the Matrix saying, why didn't I take the blue pill? At times, the intensity is so great, with no seasons of refreshing in sight, we long to escape the pressure. This is for all of you out there actively taking authority over every principality and power for the Lord Jesus Christ. If you're not slamming this stuff at His direction, beneath His footstool, this program isn't for you. You just won't understand. I mean, if I could write the day-to-day details of my life, doing all the mundane requirements, and then include the prayer shielding that I have to do, the caring for my family, the targets that the Lord has shown me to personally hit, the dominions I'm in the process of taking on, the spiritual battles in the night, which keep me awake, and seeking the Lord in His Word and finding the quiet time alone with Him. You know, it could make a good TV miniseries. As you go on deeper with God, more is required of you. Your life must become like that Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail movie, you know, where Indy was standing at that precipice. And, you know, it's like this is what it said, and there he's standing, and he saw no other solution in sight. So what did he do? He's left with nothing to do except for trusting what the instruction hint was, to go out in faith. And, you know, on a side note, also with that movie, you'll know the whole while, throughout the whole thing, while he was seeking this greater thing, who was right there, right beside him, the enemy, right, even into the end. I mean, you know, that's how it is for us. You know, each step of the way, the pressure is right there, and we are called to live by faith in the Word. So, I want to go deeper now in illustrating this whole pressure and escapism thing, because it'll really get you to evaluate some of these weak points in your own life. So, I'm going to use the example of alcohol for this visual, but you know, you need to just take the precepts behind it and examine your own escapism. So, the spiritual dynamics behind this is like a bully tactic mentality. The enemy turns the pressure on so hot, and all day long we just wore it half-butted because we're just tired of it. You know, all day, day in, day out. By the end of the day, we just had enough, and we just prefer to ignore it. But that's the thing. You drink a little, and then the enemy eases off, because the goal is to train you like a rat to always go to the bottle for relief. This is a purposeful thing the enemy does. You go to the bottle, you get a little relief, or you go somewhere else and you do whatever it is that pressure relieving thing is. And, you know, instead we're supposed to do what I have to do with my son. And, you know, don't take this in a bad way. You know, it's just, you know, you have to deal with the enemy this way. But with my son, I just drop everything and I focus on him and on him alone. You know, if you don't focus on the bully, what's he going to do? So, Like when my son, when he needs me, he'll stand there and just, until I attend to him. So it's the same thing there that we have to do with the enemy. We have to hit the bully back. Make him pay and hold the ground. Remember the movie Back to the Future? Well, Marty's dad, George, he was under the bondage of that bully. But then in that future altering moment when he socked the bully, Marty's whole universe changed. And stuff like wine, it's still good so long as it doesn't become a crutch, so long as it doesn't become an escape. We have to recognize whatever is hounding us for what it is. Scream stop, recognize, hey, I know what you're trying to do. Say, scream stop, and then go to Jesus. You got to go to Jesus, not the bottle, not the bathroom, not the refrigerator, etc. Decide that you're not going to be trained like a rat any longer. Jesus wants you to come to him. He allows the enemy to sift you with this pressure to see what you'll do. Can he really entrust you with more talents of the kingdom? Prove it.